Hello everyone. Myself Sanat Kumar Swami, Assistant Professor at Vedang Institute of Technology. Hope you are all doing well. And today's class will be discussing about the factors, various kinds of factors which is going to influence the decision, pricing decisions. Okay. So in the previous class we have already talked about pricing, and today's class we will be discussing about how we are going to what kinds of factors are important in influencing the pricing decisions. Okay, so we'll be going to few slides and we'll see how that is important. So, introduction, pricing decisions. Okay, pricing decisions. Why pricing decisions is important? How we need to take the pricing decisions? Okay, and what are the factors? Okay, so pricing decisions in the market managements are influenced by a variety of factors. Okay, some are internal factors, okay, and few are external factors. Okay, what are the internal factors and what are the external factors? We'll be looking into a few examples in respect to the Indian society particularly, or in the market. Okay, the society we can say about like a market. Okay, so in respect to the Indian market, how the pricing decisions are taken into consideration, maybe internally and maybe externally. We'll be looking at it. Okay. Okay. So the first one is cost of production. Cost of production, okay, is a very fundamental factor. Okay, cost of production is a very fundamental factor. Definitely, when we are going to produce any product, so then definitely the production cost plays a very important role in one of the primary factor in the decision making process. Okay, pricing decisions. Okay. So companies need to ensure that the price sets covers all the production cost. Okay, while also allowing for a reasonable profit. Okay, when we are making, when the product has been manufactured, now while making the pricing decisions, that should cover the entire production cost. Apart from that, there should be reasonable profit. A reasonable profit need to be taken into consideration. Okay, so for example, Tata Motors consider the cost of materials, labor and overhead when determining the price of its vehicles, such as the Tata Nano or Tata Tiggo. It's not only about Tata Motors, but it is it's a fundamental factor. Okay, with any kind of manufacturer, with any kind of company. It's not only about Tata Motors, it's about everyone. Okay, so cost of production plays a very important role, okay, in determining the pricing decisions in the while deciding about the pricing. Okay, next. Now next is competition. Okay, why there is a competition? Competition plays a very important role also in deciding about the determining the pricing decisions. Why? Because the more that competition, definitely there is a demand for that particular product. If there is a demand, then definitely there will be competition. And if there are more competitors in the market, then in order to have a desired sale or much sales, then definitely we have to lower down the prices. So this also plays a very important role. Okay, which one? The um, competition. Okay, so various strategies need to be taken into consideration before uh, we do the pricing sectors. Okay, um, and definitely that is also going to determine about what is our pricing strategy for that particular product. Okay, in competitive market, companies may use competitive pricing strategies to either match, undercut, to match, okay, or undercut. or differentiate from the prices of their competitors. There are a lot of competitors in the market already. So either we are going to match for with the competitors. For example, let's say for a particular product there is an X and so and so price. So either we are going to match with their price, okay, or we are going to undercut. We are going to undercut from their price or differentiate. Okay. Differentiate means maybe we can have a higher price for that particular product. If that is something like a unique product or a differentiation for their particular product in the market. Okay. In respect to the competitors, what the competitors are providing in the market. Okay. For instance, let's say smartphone. There was no smartphone in the market earlier. Okay. Now, there was a revolution, smartphone revolution, very shortly, okay, not a long time ago. And Xiaomi, this is one of the companies, a Chinese product though, okay. So what they did, they have adopted a penetration pricing strategy. Okay, what do you mean by penetration pricing strategy? They are offering high quality smartphone at competitive prices to gain market share. Okay, so competitive prices. Okay, why there were a lot of other smartphones which couldn't survive the competition and they left the market? Why is it so? Because penetration pricing strategy has been adopted by most of the companies by giving competitive prices to gain the market access. Okay. Next, consumer demand and price sensitivity. Okay. So what is the consumer demand? The more the demand, definitely the prices is going to go up. Okay. If there is a less demand for the product, then definitely the price is going to come down. Okay. And the price sensitivity. How? Understanding consumer demand and price sensitivity is crucial in setting the right right price for a product or service. Okay, definitely. We need to understand our consumers' demand, what is the demands of our consumers, and accordingly, we are going to set the price for the product or services. Okay. Now, what companies are doing? Companies are conducting market research. Okay, to gauge the consumer's preference or willing to pay at different price points. Okay, why is it so? See, before actually launching that product in the market, whether the consumers are ready to pay, what is their preference for those kinds of products? Okay, that has the companies are going to, they are undertaking market research. Okay, they are trying to understand, they're trying to gauge the consumers' preference. What are their preferences? Are they willing to pay a lot of hefty prices for that product, or they're not going to pay hefty prices for the product? Okay, so see, I'll give you an example. Why Tata Nano failed? Because Tata, being one of the best company, okay, Tata Nano. Tata Nano failed. Why is it so? Because it failed to gauge the market sensitivity, the consumer sensitivity. It just focused only on the pricing strategy. Okay. It just focused on the pricing strategy. It didn't focus on the consumer's preference. Are they ready for that kind of product? No, they were not ready for that product. So that became a blunder. That became a really a blunder for the Tata company. Okay. Now, we'll go through some examples. For example, during festive seasons in India, online retailers like Flipkart and Amazon often offer discounts and promotional pricings to attract price-sensitive consumers. Okay, very important. What do you mean by price-sensitive consumers? Price-sensitive consumers means those consumers who are potential consumers who are ready to purchase the product from certain retailers, but because they are very price sensitive, they don't want to spend a lot of money on certain product. Though they require that product, they have brand loyalty, they have everything is fine, but because they are very price sensitive, they don't want to spend hefty money on the particular product. So what happens during the festive seasons? Okay, these kinds of retailers like Flipkarts, Amazons, there are a lot of other retailers as well. They offer discounts and promotional pricings, okay, to attract these kinds of price sensitive consumers. Okay, see, the big billion day, Flipkart, the big billion day, or Amazon, the great Indian festival, whatever. Okay, so that's their pricing strategy. They are going to attract those price sensitive consumers. Okay. Next, brand image and positioning. Okay, so what do you mean by brand image and positioning? What is your brand's image and what is your brand's positioning in the market? That also influences your pricing strategy. Okay, so the brand image and positioning of a product or services influence the pricing strategy, definitely. Okay, your image and your positioning is going to influence your pricing strategy to a much extent. Okay, so premium brand, you see, premium brand, they attract higher prices. Okay, they command higher prices. If a product is not a premium brand, then definitely they cannot command higher prices. But if a product is a premium brand, then definitely they're going to command higher prices. For instance, luxury brand, car brand like Mercedes-Benz and BMW. Okay, what do you think? These kinds of products, these kinds of uh, Mercedes-Benz and BMWs, and if we compare it with Maruti Suzuki or maybe Tata. Well, Tata is also a good product, but okay. What else? Maybe Kia. Okay. There are certain other companies as well. So what is the differentiation between Maruti Suzuki, Tata, Kia and Mercedes-Benz and BMW? They are luxury car brands and they have achieved their brand image and positioning in the market. So as because they are premium brands, okay, as because those are premium brands, they command higher prices in the market. Okay, so that is all about the brand image and positioning. If your brand has a premium branding, then definitely you are going to command higher prices in the market. Okay, Mercedes Benz, this is one of the premium brand in the market, so definitely it's going to command more price in the market. Okay, now legal and regulatory consideration. What is the legal and regulatory considerations in the that depends from country to country, but as because we are focusing on the Indian market scenario, we'll be talking about the Indian legal and regulatory considerations. Okay, so what are the legal and regulatory consideration in India? So in India, you see there are various taxation policies are there. Okay, various import duties and pricing regulations are there. Okay, so these all constitutes the factors which influence the pricing decisions of a product. Okay, for example, changes in GST. Okay, GST has been introduced recently, not recent, maybe a couple of years back. Okay, so GST means goods and service taxes. Okay, so GST rates in India, that also affects the final price. What is the final price? Because GST is, maybe it can range from anywhere from 5%, okay, to maybe 18%, okay, or more. Okay, so somewhere, if you're purchasing a product, that may be somewhere between 15 to 18% or more than that. Okay, so accordingly the prices changes, the final price of that particular product changes. Okay, so legal and regulatory consideration is also one of the important factor in which influences the pricing decisions of a product. Okay, so you see GST product, it goes up. Okay, the final price of that particular product goes up. Okay, after the GST is being levied. Now, economic condition. what is the economic condition? Economic factors, okay, such as inflation. Okay, what do you mean inflation? Is it the economic meltdown? Okay, economic meltdown in any kind of any society or any market, that is known as inflation. Okay, exchange rates. Exchange rates are always in respect to dollar. Okay, in respect to dollar. And economic growth. What is the economic growth? You have always heard maybe that our GDP is going up, our GDP is going down. Okay, World Bank report. World Bank report or IMF report. Okay, so these are the reports which give the growth strategy, I mean growth trajectory. What is the growth trajectory or growth trajectory of a particular country? Whether our economic growth is going up or whether our economic growth is going down. What is the GDP of our country? Okay, so these all conditions, they also influence the pricings of a particular product. Okay, so during the times of economic turndown, companies may lower prices or offer discount to stimulate demand. Okay, to stimulate demand. Okay, definitely if a price goes up, we are not going to buy those particular product. Okay, but if the price comes down, okay, maybe buy one get one free or buy two get one free, whatever the maybe that's pricing strategy. Okay, then you may be forced, you may think twice that yes, maybe I should purchase those products, whatever. Okay, so to stimulate the demand, because once the price goes up, then definitely the demand comes down. Okay, to stimulate the demand, then they have to lower the prices or they have to offer discounts. Okay, so conversely, during the periods of economic prosperity, companies may increase prices to capitalize on higher consumer spending power. So to capitalize on higher spending consumers, okay, when there is an economic prosperity, then conversely, the companies, what they do, they increase the prices to capitalize on higher consumer spending. Okay, there are consumers who want to spend more. Okay, so to capitalize those kinds of consumers, the companies, what they do, they increase those prices. Okay, what happens during inflation? When there is an inflation, then the prices goes up. Okay, the prices goes up during in case of inflation. Now, various kinds of distribution channel costs. Okay, what are the costs which are associated to distribution? Okay, distribution means the cost associated with distribution channels such as wholesalers. There are wholesalers in this channel. Okay, there are retailers in the channels, there are e-commerce platforms are there. Okay, so these all channels, the distribution channels, okay, they also contributes to the pricing, they influence the pricing strategies. Okay, companies need to consider the margin required by intermediaries when setting the final retail price. Okay, so what margins has to be considered, okay, when they are setting the final retail price? When there is a final retail price, you must have seen like MRP. Okay, what do you mean by MRP? MRP means maximum retail price, but before that there is a FRP. FRP means final retail price. Beyond this, the manufacturer is not going to give more discounts or more less price to the retailers. Okay, so that's the final retail price. So what is the final retail price? This has to be considered by taking the margin required by the intermediaries. And intermediaries are, who are the intermediaries? The wholesaler, the retailers, the e-commerce platforms. These all constitutes the intermediaries. Okay. Now, for example, FMCG companies like Hindustan Unilever Limited adjusted their pricing strategies based on the margins expected by distributors and retailers. So definitely, what they are doing, their costs set apart. Okay, but what expected by the distributors and retailers? Okay, what kind of margins are being expected by the distributors and retailers? Based on that, they have set their pricing strategies. Okay, so this is all about the distribution channel cost. This also influences the pricing strategy of a particular product. Okay, so in conclusion, if we see, there's all the factors which we have discussed which influences the pricing strategy. Okay, these are important and they interact in complex ways and effective pricing decisions which need a careful analysis. See, okay, of all the relevant factors in the specific market context. If you are taking a specific market into consideration, then we have to consider all those factors which comes into play and which influences the pricing strategy. Okay, additionally, companies often employ dynamic pricing. You know what is dynamic pricing? Dynamic pricing strategies, continually adjusting the price based on changes in the market conditions, consumer behavior. You know what is dynamic pricing? Dynamic pricing is something when there's a demand, when there's a huge demand, the price automatically goes up. And when there's a less demand, then pricing comes down. Okay. You must have traveled in Indian Railway. Okay. So uh, the train tickets, okay, more or less it is the same. Okay. If you are going from one place to another place, or you are coming back from the other place to other place, so then definitely the prices are going to be the same, for maybe sleeper class, maybe for 3-tier AC, 2-tier AC, first class, whatever. Okay. But have you heard about the Rajdhani expresses, which are um, um, which what kind of pricing strategy they offer the dynamic pricing. Similarly with airlines also. If you want to fly maybe a month later or 1 or 2 months later, and you're going to purchase a ticket, then comparatively your tickets may be cheaper. But if you want to travel on an urgent basis, maybe today or maybe tomorrow, or very short on a very short notice, then your ticket price may go up. That may be very high. Okay, so that is known as dynamic pricing. Means your price may go up or may go down based on the demand of the particular product. Okay, so with this we have concluded. Uh, we have come in to the end of the slide. So factors influencing pricing decisions. Okay, so we have gone through all of the factors which through which the pricing decisions can be influenced. Okay. I believe we have discussed all the factors thoroughly. However, if you have any doubt, you can just jot down your doubts, and we'll be more than happy to clear off your doubts. Okay, thank you very much.